So, who are your political or strategic influences, and how much have they shaped your thoughts and views? And how much influence has been of your father, who recently was described as an international treasure and not a national treasure by none other than the US ambassador here?
So, I think, but if you're asking me personally, my journey has been shaped by different people at different points in time. Of course, to a great extent, my family. I come from a part of Uttarakhand. My grandfather was an army officer. My father was in the government, in this. So, and I come from a region where everybody, goes into the army. I myself am a product of the army public school. So, obviously there was a huge influence from as far as the nation was concerned. I was an investment banker in London when I sort of gave up my career in 2009 and came back to start India Foundation, primarily because, just commercial pursuits were not something I wanted in my little way to try and do something if I could for the country. So to that extent, obviously my family has had a huge influence on my thinking about the country and one can do for it. And then of course as I read, as I came in touch, the organizations that I have worked for, there are many nationalist organizations that allow you to be able to give you a forum and platform. For example, the RSS is one such organization which allows you to give you a platform for people like us who otherwise would be just individuals trying to do difference, to be able to do something and meaningfully contribute. So the fact that I was given a chance to work in a think tank and then given a chance to work closely with the party has given me a forum for being able to so the people who shaped their ideas, these organizations, their influence obviously tends to also grow on you as you learn more about them and then of course finally the people. I mean, it's been amazing the amount of people I've worked with in the last 15 years, at different levels in the system, and of course not just the big guys, but across that's their dedication, their commitment into nation building. So I can't really pinpoint one, but no.
So as an investment banker, do you think political investment is risky?
Obviously, politics is a risky business, and I think in politics, I was talking to a colleague of mine yesterday who also an investment banker, a old friend of mine, but who lost the Lok Sabha elections from the BJP. I was asking him that, what are the all costs you have paid? So he was still listing to me the risks of political activity. But yeah, but then it's a risky business. But having done it for some years now, I think it's also a very meaningful business. It's a very funny thing. It's I've spent reasonable amount of time as an investment banker globally seeing this, and I still do part of that. I still run a private equity fund, but so I get to see that part of the world, and then I look at this part and I actually find that this part of the world, as you rightly said, is fraught with all kinds of risks, with all kinds of problems, but at the end of the day it's far more meaningful than that part of the world. So